Hello everybody. How are you? Today is Tuesday, August the 5th. Oh, and I am Shirley with Shirley's Threadwork, and this is Wind Down Tuesday. And thank you for stopping by. And I have my wine today. I missed out on my wine for a couple of weeks because I was just a little bit too lazy to go get some. But now that I have some, I have my wine with me. So, like I said, today is Wind Down Tuesday with Shirley's Threadwork. Thank you guys for dropping by. I want to say a shout out to everybody that is watching in YouTube land as well as Facebook land. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it for all of your support and following me. And I want to apologize again for the mistake that I made yesterday when I put my thumbnail up and I put down August the 4th instead of August the 5th. I did not realize I had done that until I got a call from Jenny, and she and Robin were on here waiting on me. I didn't even know it. I was in here working, embroidering, and doing stuff, getting ready for my next reveal that we're going to be doing. So I hope that everybody will come back. So want to say hi to Becky, hi to Jenny, and hi to Robin. Always faithful. Thank you for stopping by. And Robin, you said I think we have the right night tonight. Yes, this is the right night. Um, like I said, I don't even know how that happened. I don't even know how that happened. It just, things do happen. What can I say? And I do apologize for that. I'm trying to adjust my camera. Okay. Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. I'm upside down. That was funny. Oh, that was funny. Let me see if I usually have this all done before I get on. And must be up as high. I'm on this new computer, so it is a little bit hard to figure out. But anyway, I guess I'm okay. Yeah, I just got so much room up here. But anyway, um, hi Marlene. Hi Creative. Somebody just stopped in and let me see it passed by me. Creative Notion, Beverly. How are you? Who else stopped in? Marlene Colbert. Uh Claudette Hall, hi, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. So glad that people and Joanna Holmes, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. Um, I'm hoping people realize that last night was a mistake, and they did see the name, the word Tuesday, but the date was for Monday. So, like I said, I as soon as Jenny got in touch with me and told me what I had done, I went on Facebook and YouTube and I tried to change the date. So hopefully it did change, and everybody realized that it was a mistake, and everybody will show up tonight. Things happen. It's I don't even want to go into it, but crazy few days here at my home. Things, life was lifing, and I was busy yesterday. What's yesterday was Monday, Sunday and Monday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Actually, the whole weekend, I thought I would get a jump for the first time in a long time to get a jump on my project for the Social Society crew because I had selected this project, and I thought it was going to be something that was going to take forever and ever and ever to do. And I said, let me get a head start on this thing. And so that's what I was doing. I was busy trying to do my due diligence and catch up or keep up. But anyway, I'm here tonight. Hi, JBL. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. So tonight, we're going to talk about gadgets and tools to improve or foster your skill in embroidery, make things easier for you. Uh, what made me think about this particular topic was I was looking at a couple of videos on YouTube, and a lot of people put out different things that they've gotten from hardware stores and Dollar Tree and various places, odd places that you normally wouldn't necessarily go to buy notions and tools and gadgets and what have you to help you in your embroidery studio. And I started looking around. Well, actually, I decided to clean up my studio, put some things away, make it a little bit neater. And I started looking around and looking at all of the different things that I have. And I thought, oh my goodness, I have used everything that I'm going to show you, but I don't use everything all the time. But most of you probably already have these tools and gadgets, and some of you may not. And also, I'd like for you to join into the chat and tell me about the things that you use and what you have that has been helpful for you. Because when you have the right tool, it makes everything easier, starting with your hooping. Now, I'm not going to show you guys any of my hoops or anything because you can see them hanging on the wall, and also you can see my mighty hoops and you can see my regular hoops. So those are the bulk of my hoops that I use. I do have some clamps and what have you, and some dirty fast frames and stuff that are down there on my machine uh, cart and that I use as well. But those are the majority of the hoops that I use. So I'm not going to talk about hoops because I think you guys are pretty well aware of the fact that I am pretty much a mighty hoop person. I rarely use any other hoop other than mighty hoop for any of my hooping projects, and they have been very beneficial to me. I've not had any issues at all hooping the majority of everything that I need to hoop to make or embroider on using my mighty hoop. I don't think that there's been anything. Matter of fact, I do intend to add to my arsenal and get a few more sizes, and I definitely want to get a round mighty hoop because I understand that that works really, really well. As far as the regular hoops that you see directly in the back that came with the machine, I rarely use those. I might use the great big one when I'm doing a batch of patches. But other than that, I rarely use any of the other ones because I really don't have to. And that's the only reason why, because I'm able to do everything with the mighty hoops. So that's all I'm going to say about hoops. If anybody want to add to that, they're more than welcome to do so. What I'm going to talk about, and I'm not going to talk about stabilizers today because we've talked about stabilizers before. However, if anybody has a stabilizer question, feel free to ask because, as we all know, there are multiple different types and brands of stabilizers. And in order to get a good stitch out, you really need to use the correct stabilizer with the correct fabric, with the correct design, and the correct needle. So you have to put all those things into place when you're trying to do a project to make sure it's going to come out the way you want it to come out. So it is very important that you do choose the correct stabilizer. And I have a whole two baskets full of various stabilizers. But with that being said, I only use most of the time only two kinds, and that is my no-show mesh and my water soluble. Those are the stabilizers that I use the most, but I do use a regular cutaway, regular tearaway, um, violin when I'm doing freestanding lace or my screen projects. And so I have a whole array, but I don't use them all. And I realized that I don't use them all because this week when I was doing my work and stuff, I started running out of some of my regular cutaway. And I realized I hadn't bought cutaway in a long, long time. So I was like, no wonder I'm running out because I haven't bought any regular cutaway in a long time. And this particular project asked for cutaway, and I was not going to use my expensive no-show mesh for this particular project. But what we're going to talk about are little tools and gadgets that we collect over time. and how they can be useful to us. So before I get started, I want to say hi to Deborah. Thank you for stopping by. Hi, Miss Joy. Thank you for stopping by. Um, Pearl, hi, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. And Joy, I did get your invitation about the quilt block, and I do intend to participate. So I just want to let you know. I know I don't think I had gotten back to you, but I've been thinking about what I'm going to make. But I do intend to participate. So thank you for that invitation. And also, Jenny, thank you for put it up and let's show Miss Shirley love by hitting the thumbs up button. Please do that. It's early in the game, early in the presentation, and this is the best time to do it while it's on your mind and you can remember it. So please do that. As you all know, that is very important. And Miss Joy, you are more than welcome. More than welcome. So I do appreciate the fact that you invited me. So thank you so much. So, what I have a whole table full of stuff. I just started pulling out the things that I had and decided that I would talk about it. Now, of course, I did go and check with Chat GBT, that it Chat GBT, and asked them about, gadgets and what have you. And they brought up quite a few things. So I'm going to kind of not stick to the script on that, but I am going to start with scissors. I remember a while back, Jeanette did a presentation on all of the scissors that she has, and she has hers up on her pegboard and everything. And I actually have a basket full of two baskets full of scissors. I have one that's over here with scissors in there that I rarely use. And then I have a basket on my table of the scissors that I use all the time. So what I pulled out, actually, there's not necessarily scissors. They are rotary, not what is it? Rotary colors. Is that what you call these things? These are my go-to that I use all the time. 65-inch rotary cutter, my 45-inch that I just worked to death, and this one is not an Olaf. This is a Fomori, and I like this a lot. I do have um, a Olfa, but I love this Fomori, and I use this constantly. I'm always switching out the blades because I have a titanium blade in here, but since I use it so much, I'm changing my blade monthly, if not more. So I use this quite a bit and it cuts really, really well. I love it. This one is my Olfa and it's the 65-inch. And since when I first decided I was going to do some quilting, I decided to get this 65-inch because I had 65 millimeters. I'm so sorry. I said inch. 45 millimeters, 65 millimeters, a rotary cutter. And I love it, and it's for your much thicker fabric. So I use this a lot as well, especially doing some type of quilting project because it is so thick and it cuts through really, really well. And this one is a Omni Guard tie. So I guess they work together. Now I have a couple of these different brands. I didn't pull out, but just this brand. This is the 28 millimeter. This is the baby. This one cuts fine things really well. I love this too, to the point where I ended up getting two different ones because I wanted to make sure I had a lot of them. And with my 45 millimeters, I have the most of these. I know I have at least five or six of these that but this is the one that I'm currently using the most. The one thing that I had to learn, and I'm be perfectly honest about it because I didn't use rotary cutters before I started embroidery, and I didn't know much about cutters before then, and I didn't realize that you had to change blades. That's why I ended up with so many rotary cutters because they would get so dull and I couldn't use them anymore, and I go buy another one. I was not told, did not see anything on Facebook or YouTube, at least I wasn't looking for it, and I didn't realize that you don't need to buy another rotary cutter, you need to buy some new blades. So now that I know, I do keep up with my blades, so I don't have to go buy new cutters all the time. That's why I ended up with 5 or 6 different cutters because I was constantly replacing them. So that was me. So if there's anybody out there watching me that's new and you haven't been doing embroidery or sewing or anything like that for a while, please remember that you don't need to buy another rotary cutter unless you choose to change the brand or the ergonomics of it or what have you. You do need to keep up with your blades though. Now they do have blade sharpeners. I've not bought one yet, but I've been thinking about it. Now, I do know that they said that you can sharpen your blades with aluminum foil. I've not tried that. I'm sure that works to a degree, but I'm a little skeptical as to whether it would get sharp enough to do the cutting the way I like to. If anybody out there knows the answer to that, please put it in the chat because I've not tried to sharpen any of my blades with um, aluminum foil. I just go ahead and change my blade. When it gets to the point where I have to run over the garment or the fabric 2 or 3 times to make sure it cuts, then I know, oops, it's time to change because I like to just zoom through and it cuts really well. So that's what I do. So don't forget to change your blades. Now, this is another rotary cutter that I have. And this is specifically for left hands. They have one of these for right-handed people too. But I saw this at the expo that I went to in Fredericksburg, and I don't remember who was selling it, but they had this, and this is Martelli, and it cuts really really well. And I just bought new blades for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and change it and try it and see how it does with changing the blade. I bought the Martelli blades because I didn't want it not to work well. Because when I first got it and first started using it, I fell head over heels in love with this. But this is a rotary color too, if you're interested in it. They're kind of expensive, but most of them are, but it's kind of expensive. Now, this is another blade that I bought, and this I got a set of decorative blades. I think you can see that. I think I got 3 or 4 different blades that will cut decorative edges. And I haven't used this a lot. Now, I didn't pay a lot of money for it. And I think that may be one of the reasons why it isn't cutting as sharp as I would like for it to cut. But it's an option if you want to cut out some decorative edges or what have you. And got this off of Amazon. All of the rest of my blades, except for the Martelli, I think I got out of Joanne or either I ordered it online. And Pearl, you said that aluminum foil works for a while. Yeah, I was kind of thinking it would work for a while, but I wasn't sure if it worked really, really well to get it sharpened. And Jenny, you said I haven't sharpened yours either. I would like to try the foil trill. Yeah, give it a try and see how that works. Hi, Pretty Eyes Covington. Thank you for stopping by. And hi, Pearl. How are you? Let me see. And Marlene, you said Martelli is a very good brand. Yes, I love that one, but it went dull on me, so I haven't used it in a while. And Becky, you said you bought a bunch of rotary cutters and the estate sale and the blades, and you have a Waverly blade too. Yeah, have you tried your blade and do you like it? Because I only think I tried it once, and I was a little, I wasn't all that happy with it, but that's probably just me. Um, and Marlene, you said you got one at the Quilt Expo nearby you a couple of years ago. Okay. Now you can buy them off of Amazon as well. And you can actually go, well, to be honest about it, I did not get mine out at the expo. I saw one at the expo, and when I went back to get it, the left-handed one had sold out. That's what happened. So what I ended up doing was ordering it directly from Martelli. Now I remember now. So I ordered it directly from Martelli. The lady at the booth gave me all the information and stuff. So I was able to do that because I was quite disappointed. She showed me the demo and everything with the right-handed one. Then she let me try the left-handed one, and I said, "Oh my goodness, I need to get this." And I wanted to look around a little bit more before I just start dropping all my cash because I didn't have that much cash. But anyway, when I went back to buy it, they no longer had any more left-handed ones. So that's why I ended up having to order mine. But that's how I got it. And so Becky, you say you have not tried your Waverly one yet. Give it a try. I know I'm gonna try mine. I gotta do that because I bought it. I need to try it. So those are my cutters. The other thing, I have various scissors, but this big giant baby here, anybody know what this is for? I bought this one, I believe last year sometime when I started the quilting. This is supposed to be a scissor to cut batting with. And I use it to cut my batting. I love it. Robin, you said batting. Yes, this is a batting scissor. And it cuts well. And I can cut thick batting. I can cut multiple layers of batting. So I use this. If you haven't seen this before, this is a batting scissor. And I remember telling you guys the other night here that I have left-handed scissors and I don't use them. Well, this is a regular scissors, but this is just how I use scissors with my left hand, but I use it, even though they're for right-handed people. Now, the AI even mentioned about double curve or duck bill scissors. Now, I think I have a pair of double curve up here. I think I put it up here. I'm not sure if I did. I don't see it. Uh, these are my double. Well, this is a single curve, and I do have one that is a double curve. um, scissors, and I use these mostly to cut out my applique. That's what I use these for. Even though I do have a smaller scissor, this particular one right here, and I cannot remember where I got it from. I think it came with some stabilizer that I got. I love this one. I cut all of my jump stitches and the things that you have. It has a real thin, sharp tip, and hopefully you can see it. And this is what I use. I use this and this specially bent tip in tweezer. I pull up my jump stitch with this and I cut it with these scissors. This is my routine. When I'm doing my embroidery and I have jump stitches, this is my go-to. I keep it on my cart because I know when I pull my item off and you got all these daggum jump stitches that drive me crazy, then I pull out these two tools right here and I have at it doing my jump stitches. So they stay right here on my cart. Now I do have some duckbill, but I don't. Obviously, I didn't pull them out. I don't see them. I probably have it in my I do not use these scissors box because I know I have at least two pair of regular duckbill scissors, and I know I have one pair of left-handed. Nope, I have two pair of left-handed duckbill scissors, and neither one of them did me any good. I could not figure out how to use it. And to be honest about it, the last one I bought from the same place I got this, the Famore, Famore. I bought the left-handed duckbill scissors from them, paid a decent amount of money for, and they literally had a video to show you how to use it to let you know it's not simple. I never did look at the video for some reason, but they said, here's a video so you can figure out how to use it. Why can't you just cut? Why can't you just cut? It has to be a certain way to hold it, which I have yet to figure that out, how to hold it. But those are the unique cutting items I have. Now, um, who is that said, uh, Girl, you said you need one of those. Yes, I don't remember what I paid for it, and I'm trying to remember. I think I got it off of Amazon. I did a lot of things off Amazon, and I think I got it, and I'm so glad I got it. So if you have an opportunity to buy, go ahead and do. I am noticing the lag moving around a lot, probably with so much. Come on now. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I tell you, these doggone cameras and what have you. Jenny, you say I'm freezing. Yeah, I actually popped off completely. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, the whatever it is that's going on, straighten itself out. I don't know why the camera is having an issue right now. Um, I hate that. I really do hate that when I start having issues with the camera and stuff. But maybe I won't move around as much, and it will not confuse the camera because I'm thinking what it is. Yeah, because every time I'm to work through this and not have too much trouble, but I know that there's a lag. So I have to apologize for that, the fact that I'm having some issues. And my internet, its condition is fairly good. Yeah. Okay. It's trying to get better. I'm having some internet interference, and I don't know why that's going on because I got this doggone new computer, and you know how stuff goes when you get stuff new. So Jenny, what did you say? You purchased some Kai scissors, one for fabric, others for batting. I love to use the batting scissors; they cut so smoothly. Yes, the one that I have is not Kai or K. I think it's Kai, but I'm not sure. This one is it says handy gadget, so it's it's not a name brand, but it works. And like I said, I don't remember what I paid for it, but it 20-30 dollars maybe. I don't know. Another thing I want to show you because I just discovered this, and I'm trying to think where did I see this? I think and ran across this. And I don't know if you guys can figure out what this is. Let me take this off. This is the cover, and this is This is a lint roller, but the sheets off. It just rolls, and when you get too much fur or whatever on it, so it is like a permanent lint roll. So the stickiness makes the all of the fur and stuff come off, and it so far it works really good. I'm happy I have it because it is saving me money. I lint roller a lot, and I wa- wanted to give this a try when I saw it. So this is a handy dandy lint roller, and it's working good. This camera is about to make me want to just have a hissy fit. I'm telling you, I keep seeing myself um, fading in and out. So I know you guys must be seeing it and in control over this. So this is not making me happy. Not at all. So you guys asked me some questions and stuff so I can just kind of be still for a minute to see if this camera is going to readjust itself and not flicker in and out so much, because I think the movement has really kind of jarred it little bit. While I'm enjoying my Moscato, um, it is really good. I hadn't had any Moscato just in a while. Enjoying it. So what else is a seam ripper, creative notion. You say it's the connection, not the camera. Yeah, yeah, it is. You're right, Emma. It's the connection. Um, but I'm looking at my Wi-Fi and it says it's okay. So, and it's no storming or anything here. So I got all of my bars. I just don't know why the connection is so yucky right now. I don't know. Nothing is going on any different in my household than it was. And Pearl, you said, where can I purchase the batting scissor? I think I got it off of Amazon. I want to say I did get it off of Amazon. So check on Amazon first. Just put in there um, quilt batting scissors and see what pops up, because I think that's where I got it from. This this little apparatus, as you know, is a seam ripper with a magnifying glass, and it also has a light. So yeah, you can see the light. So that is supposed to help you see where you want to pick your stuff at when you're trying to take something. Now, I've had for a while, and I have to tell you, I forgot all about it. I forgot I even had it. And I started looking and said, okay, what else can you pull up? And I found this, and I was like, Miss Joy, you said, I don't think it's your camera, it's your internet. Don't worry about it. We're used to it. I do think it is the internet. You're right. And I hate this so bad. Oh, I hate it. I hate when the internet starts messing up on me, you know. And like you said, I do think it is the internet, like you said. Um, Hopefully it will get better before the night is over with. Um, Mentioning over seam ripper, I swear by this thing here. I have other seam rippers, and I'm all for this. I bought this in a pack from off Amazon, and came in a pack of 3 or a pack of 4. Always looking for my clover. This one is very reliable. They cost a little bit more money, but trust me, they are worth it. They feel good in your hand, and they rip really, really well. So I recommend that. I do have this seam ripper also. I've had this one for a while. This one's okay. This is the one. It's the seam ripper, but then it has rubber on the so rip your seam, or then you can just rub it with the rubber and pull those threads out. So it works really well. And Creative Notion, you say you like that one. I guess you're talking about this purple one. It works really well. I still love my clover the best, but before I got the clover, this is the one that I used all the time. I keep popping off. The one, the one bed. I don't know what that means, but I was just waiting to come back on the screen. This little apparatus here is a lifesaver. I'm down to, I guess you all can hear me, but it says connection is unstable. So my connection is unstable. I don't know why. I don't know if cutting it off and coming back on will help. I might do that to. I'm disjointed on your end. Yeah, I know I'm having. It's really really bad. It's really really bad. You guys hold on, stay in place. Let me cut off and come back in and see. If I'm gonna jump out and come back in and see if my connection. You can hear me. So um, if going, so hold on. Okay. I don't know if that's going to help or not, but I tried. We'll see if that's going to help. Jenny said you're going to get your wine. Okay. I'm back. Internet is so unstable tonight, which is weird because I'm looking at I'm just looking at this and my connection is the one that is so internet is working fine according to my computer, but the I have a very low connection. I'm down to one bar. So that's one of the reasons why it is so crazy. So let it better, hopefully. I hope so. Hi, George. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. Well, let me show you this why it will stretch out far so you can pick things up. And the end part is a magnet. So if you drop your needles, your screws, or any type of metal in and out on my end, it keeps telling me my connection is unstable. Yes, I know that. I don't know what to do about it, but I'm gonna keep chugging along to see how much further I can get with this. Um, I wanted to show you, I want this little, which I don't know if you can see, it's a light thing on the end, if you can see it. What this does, when you, and I got these from Amazon, two in a pack, you those plastic, those, what do you buy as a plastic, something like, like this, it close the plastic, then you can use this to cut it. It rips it really, really well. You just take it and I was able to cut this out just like that. So I have a couple these things work really, really, really well. You got that not mine. I have to be honest about it. My husband bought it for me. I have no idea. Well, he probably got it from the hardware because if I'm not mistaken, it's a craftsman. This one is a craftsman. But then Joyce, you say you got it from Harbor Freight, and Becky, you said to get it's a very good item to get. This particular item that I just told you guys about, I actually ordered that off of Amazon. Don't remember what it's called. I think I just says slice. So it might be plastic slice or or something like that you have to put in there, but it says slice. We, we were talking over magnetic seam ripper, the seam ripper with the magnifying glass. This is another item that I use, and it's kind of like a blade that you get when you're shaping your eyebrows or something. But I'm waiting. This is very sharp, but this cuts those threads. If you want to pick something out, like you're going to take the stitching out because you messed it up and you need to use your Peggy stitch eraser or what have you, this and that clover, um, seam ripper will do the job if you don't have a Peggy seam ripper and some tweezers, a good pair of tweezers. I have, for those of you that don't know what a Peggy seam ripper is, I have one that you plug in. They do have one that is where you have to charge it up or batteries or whatever. But I love the one that plugs in. And it's just like a razor that guys have to shave their face, and you can get an extra blade Eve from Baby Booties when I very first started embroidering. And she said, if you don't get anything else, get your Peggy seam ripper, seam eraser or stitch eraser. It will save your life. And I agree with her 100%. I have used this to the point where, like I said, I bought a replacement blade with this little thing here. So that or something similar to it is something that if you don't have one, I would recommend you put one in your arsenal because it will definitely help you when you make a boo-boo. Especially when you're sewing stuff that had out really well. But it pulls work, and that's why I said if you have a seam ripper, able to go ahead and save yourself. Another gadget. This one has a light. These are magnifying glasses. You put it over my glasses. Uh, I use these. I use this, and it does. I get blind, and I can't. I can't see how to thread. Sometimes I had a machine that required you to thread your own needle. And that's when I used it the most when I didn't have a needle threader and I couldn't see the hole. And that was, he don't know where he got it from, but I know he didn't get it from dyeing because he didn't know anything about dyeing at the time. Another thing that helped you with your, this little thing, and my thing keeps going blank on me. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the 2 hours, but anyway, this little thing here, I think I got this from more as well. And Dawn from Creative Applique recommended this. This has a little hook on the end, and you can get under um, those jump stitches, and you can cut that and get. I have this one as well, and it does work. And Jenny, you say you got your uh, Peggy Stitch eraser from Dime. Oh, okay. Yes. So, gadget one, it clamps clothes and unclamps. You can, I think I got these from Madeira. I think I got a set of 3 or 4 of them from Madeira. Wow. back. But I love these because I use these when I'm changing the needle on my machine, and along with the tool that came with my machine to unscrew the needle. And this is how I change my needle, so I can grab the needle, unscrew it, and then let it. Oh, Jenny, you say you need one of those hook thingy. You can do is a light creative. Um, oh, I know what I want to tell you about. These little pens. These are heat erasable. Use them all the time. This was a set, and it comes with the refill. And I did get these from Amazon as well. When you can mark your fabric marked on it, and it comes in red, blue, black, and white. And then uh you do get some refills as well that comes with it. I need I need to put my stuff on my site, all the stuff that and other on there and buy the stuff, and I get a little credit for it because I'm always getting stuff from Amazon. But it's heat erasable. You put heat on it anyway. Now I read somewhere where people said don't use white or don't use something, one of the colors, because in the cold it'll come back or something. I don't know that to be true. I've used uh, blue, white, black, and red. I haven't had any trouble. Now, what I will tell you, try to remember to keep the caps on it, because that's my biggest fallacy. I forget sometimes to put the cap back on it because that ink, or looking at my white one today, and it started with the something else that I ran across. This is a presser foot, line and all of that kind of stuff, but it will give you your 1/4 inch and your 1/2 inch, and I believe an inch. And it's just a regular presser foot that you can use. I got, but you're asking me, are they Madame Soul's brand? What is Madame Soul's brand? Are you asking? Probably not, because I haven't. If you're asking about these, then the answer to that question, these are not Madame Soul's brand. I've not bought a lot of stuff that I like a lot, and I can do check out this. And if you see on the back, them. I think I got these for right at $40 a while back. I think she's selling them for a lot more now. I can't remember because I have seen them on site. She's got a few other persons that I want to fit. From so I'm why is they not undone? they're gonna break it. It tells you what each foot is for. It also comes with a disc, a CD-ROM, and it's 32 different feet. Some of it fits on my jazz too, and it fit on my SE 1900. I love this little kit. I am so glad I got this kit because you got practically every presser foot that you would need to do whatever it is that you want to do. It's not super expensive. That's what I like about it because if you go to a box, shops or places like that, you don't pay a lot of money for it. Where you can get this whole kit for, I think under $50. I think. I know I didn't pay over $50 for it when I bought mine, but I bought mine a few years ago. But I love this set here, and I did get this from Madam. So if it or anything like that, I would recommend worth the money, especially if you do different kinds of sews. You got your hi E Evelyn stitching and stuff. I did not have a quarter foot presser foot when I was doing the Christmas skirt. That's what it was, quarter inch, and I was having difficulty doing a quarter inches on that, and did not think about it. Didn't think about it. And I didn't realize that until I started doing something else. And I thought about the things I did and not stressing, trying to get those stitches done. So yeah, when I was doing the quilt, that's what it was. That's when I found it. So that is a good thing to have if if you do different types of stitching on your machines, on your sewing machines. Not for the embroidery machine, but it's for your sewing machine. Definitely can use that. Let me see what else do I have. Oh, trying to break things up in here. Everybody needs a mini. This foot set is now $76.99. Oh my goodness. I did not pay that much money for. I honestly, I tell you, I know I've had that at least about 3 years, and I want to say I got it off of Amazon. I know I did not get it from Madam So, but it is a Madam So product, and I did not pay $50 for it. I know I didn't. So it has definitely gone up. However, catch their sales because they've been having sales, excuse me, off and on with it that had like the circular and the ruffle, um, the ruffler and the circular stitching and something else because I wanted to get it. I just wasn't ready to get it. But and that's the next one I'm going to get from her since I already had that one. So try to catch it on one of her sales. But I would recommend you get it. A mini iron. I use this for my appliques when I'm doing appliques. It works really well. Now I bought this a long time ago, and this is a little mini iron. It's really cute. and it works, especially if you need to, like for appliques and stuff. And believe it or not, I have used this, and it comes with different iron blades, and it works. I like it. I haven't, but you definitely need to have a mini iron. Let me tell you about these threads, these bobbins. These are bobbins, L bobbins, and they cost me about $11, $12 off of Amazon. And they come in multiple magnetic, but they work really well in my 10 needle machine. And this gives you an opportunity to match up your top, especially if you're doing freestanding lace or anything that you want the top and bottom to match. I was so happy when I found this. It comes with 25 assorted colors. It is a 60 weight thread because it's a bobbin thread, and it is a L. Now you can get the magnetic ones that are colored, but they come in jars or tubes or whatever. Well, and again, um, but Jenny, you said, okay, I may need to look. Uh, Ms. Joy says Walmart has a mini for $13, and I swear by it. It's awesome. Okay, and Robin, you said that you have that mini iron for your appliques. That's what I use it for, exactly. And then Jenny, you're telling Joyce, don't blame me if you buy it. That's an inside joke you got for the sewing crew. Yeah. I ain't got nothing to say on that. I'm giving you guys my recommendation based upon my experiences, but do as you feel is important to you. And I'm gonna say, family, do not forget to hit the like button, even though I know my thing is flickering in and out, and I'm pretty sure people are getting frustrated and leaving, and I'm so sorry about that, that my internet is all jacked up tonight. I do apologize. I might have to do this over again maybe next month. Sometime, I really hate when things like this happen. But as you guys, and Evelyn, you're asking me, are those magnetic? These um these are the magnetic ones. And you can get these. These are actually the Field Tech, just like the white and black ones. And they come in various colors. And I did get these off of Amazon. You can get them at quilt shops too, but they cost a lot of money. You can get these off of Amazon. When I bought them, they were running. Yes, these are L's, and they are Magnaglide. They call them Magnaglide Delights. And I got red. They got green and gold and blue and all kinds of colors. Now these only cost me about $10, $11 at the time. These are not magnetic. However, they stitch very well in my machine, in my 10 needle machine. So even though they're not magnetic, they do stitch well. And Joyce, you said you tell them, Jenny, I purchased a knockoff of that presser foot set, and you are making me buy that hooky thing. Femora, if you want the hooky thing, it is Famore is the company. Famore is where I bought the. I'll show it to you guys tomorrow night if my internet don't act a freaking fool tomorrow night. The magic word tonight is hooky thing. Yep, that's the magic word for the night. Hooky thing. You all can buy the hooky thing. I'm but this is also a lifesaver. You don't have to get this particular kit. This is a kit that came from Dime, but this is a lifesaver as well. And this is your bird nest kit. It is this big giant hook. And 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 yes, I have used this thing quite a bit. This is another thing that he told me or us, her viewers, that you must have. If you don't get anything else, if you embroider at all, you're going to have bird nests and you're going to mess something up and you're going to need some type of bird nest kit. Doesn't have to be from Dot because this one, $30 or more, I don't know or don't remember. And I think they can get them a little less expensive, but you definitely need a bird nest kit. It will save your product. You will be very, very happy that you did that. Now, these are some practical things, not necessarily just for embroidery, but they work. I always keep a flashlight and a magnifying glass on my cart underneath my machine. Why? Because I'm half blind. Things will help you find those drop screws, those drop needles, those drop whatever that you drop that's small and you can't see it. Magnifying glass somewhere near where there's someone they're stitching or what have you, because I promise you, you are going to want to need that and your magnetic wand that you can pick stuff up. I'll just pull that wand out and just start to see if I can find it and pick it up. And you'll be surprised at some of the stuff that you do pick up that you didn't even remember you dropped. Needles and pins that you didn't even realize that you had dropped. Um, let me see, I'm getting close to the. We talked about placement stickers. Now, if you have a brother machine, it came with snowmen, and that's strictly related to brother machines, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a placement sticker, and the machine reads it, so it knows where to place your design, the center where you want it, and you can place it wherever it needs to go. Now, these I purchased. Um, Actually, this is not because I have a box, but it's not. Are true grip um, stickers that you can put on the back of a ruler. You know how your ruler slips and slide when you're trying to cut something, it's moving all over the place, and 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 you cutting all wonky and everything because your ruler quit, your ruler slipped. Well, this it says no more slipping. Contains 15 small and 15 large. It says it locks it down, stops the ruler through the grip, and is scratch free. It won't scratch or damage your cutting mat or your fabric. It's ultra thin. I bought these. I put them on rulers. Yes, they do work. So this is something else if you are having those kind of issues. I know we spend lots of money trying to get rulers that don't slip and slide, and I have yet to find one that did not slip and slide. I know they tell you to put weights on it and all kinds of different things to keep it from moving. I recommended to me at a quilting shop, and it helped for a bit, but it was sticky, and the ruler stuck. Now it didn't move because it stuck to your fabric. I hated that stuff, but this works differently, and it will help with that slipping and sliding. So this is a recommendation as well. And I think I have I bought these sweet pea purchasing, and these are what they call washi tapes, but they're the same thing as what I've been using in the past, and that's painter's tape, the blue painter's tape. These they stick a little bit better, but they're stickier, but I don't think they work any better than the blue um uh tape, painter's tape. What I have noticed to be different with these, let me pull one out. Comes in a little box with white ones and pink ones. That box 6, I don't remember what they cost, but it's sweet it cost. And I've been using them. What I do like about it is when you stitch over them, they pull out a lot better than the blue painter's tape do. Sometimes it's difficult to get the blue painter's tape all the way off of your garment, I noticed. But this washi tape, when you stitch over and you pull it off, it pulls off clean. I didn't have any problem, no blue painter's tape. So, hi Danielle, thank you for stopping by. And Claudette, hi. You said, I love those grip. It keeps me from, I still probably say bad words because I tell you. Oh, nothing makes me madder than I'm cutting something and everything's going fine, and then you get closer and closer to the end, and with me being already challenged when it comes down to cutting, that really makes it bad because that's just some more ways of me not cutting correctly, and that's definitely the reason why I invested in the AccuQuilt cutter, because I can't get a good cut to save my neck. It is rare that I get a good cut when I'm cutting myself, and this slippery sliding ruler does not help. So it does pay to have something to try to eliminate that slip and slide. Got these off of Amazon. And for those of you that have come in late, I know it's a quarter after 8. I usually go, well, here it's a quarter after 8. Where you are is a quarter after 9. I usually go to 10, and it's not that I don't have enough to talk about until 10, but this doggone going in and out It is really getting on my nerves, so I know it's like it's gonna get any better. So if you guys just popped in and you see me lagging and moving and freezing and the we're aware of it. It's been doing it all night. So everybody that's been on here is aware that my internet did do that the next time we get together. But I think I'm going to just call it because you guys let me know what you want because I'm here for you guys. And I'm feeling really bad. I know you hear me, but I do know for a fact because I keep seeing it blink on and off myself on this end. So if I'm seeing it blinking on and off on my end, I'm pretty sure you guys are seeing a lot of freezing and lagging and all of that stuff on your end. Uh, put in the comments, what do you want me to do? You want me to call it a night or you want me to keep going? It's up to you guys. 'Cause but I don't want irritating people. I do not want to keep irritating people. And did I speak to you, Danielle? I thought I did, but so has anybody else called? I don't think anybody else has. I think I've spoken to everybody. Yep, I have. I've spoken to everybody. So, and it's how are you? You say hopefully next month it will be um irritating for lack of a better word, because I think I have a pretty decent audience tonight. I can see my numbers, but also can see the bars on my internet and it's still at that one. It pops in and out, pops in and out. So my internet is so unstable. And I thought I had gotten this situation fixed, but then I have to tell you, I have I am on a different computer. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but it's a happy night, as we used to say about our kids. Get out in public and show your behind. That's what my computer, this internet is doing. And it is really irritating me. I want to grab it and choke it. Out that people aren't going to be enjoying watching. And like I said, I know you guys can hear me, but you want to, those of you that, you know, piddle around and do whatever you do and just listen, because I do the same thing. You can hear me, but those of you that are actually sitting and watching me, I'm pretty sure that you're being kind of irritated with all of it going on. Hi, Faker. How you doing? You're dropping in, and I'm getting ready to drop out. My internet is acting up and it is freezing on and off. And I'm not getting a very good clear going forward. I know not. So I think night, so I won't continue to irritate everybody else. And Daniel, you said, yeah, I'm late because we had the open house for your high school. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Hopefully you'll be there tomorrow night. So for you guys, internet won't be acting a fool. I do go to work tomorrow, so I won't be able to mess with it until I come home. Usually, I only get home about an hour before time to go on to the Zoom, and hopefully I'll remember to come in here and check it because I'm not, because always and somebody I'm pretty sure, well, matter of fact, I know it is because, like I said, I can look at the bars and the bars are telling me that I don't have a good connection. Um, that's why it's been so unstable and ugh. Have any gadgets, any tools, or anything that you love using and brought uh one of the things that I didn't mention is a thread stand or spool tower. Those are good things to have. Um, if you don't have one, they're really good, especially if you're using a single needle machine, metallic yet. So if you don't have one of those, that's also a good thing to have because it really, really helps a lot. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight for tonight. And the magic word tonight is hook thingy. You got to listen to the presentation. I'm not telling you to watch it because it's going to irritate you to death. But you can hear me if you listen to it, you'll figure out or find out what the hook thing is. And I will go ahead and say, wishing you all well for the rest of the week. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to still give me a thumbs up. And Marlene, you said we can still hear you with some breaks and freezes. And next time will be better. I do hope so. I really do hope so. And like I said, I do appreciate you guys hanging in there. I will put together this presentation for another time next month. It never hurts to go over things and refresh people's memories because some people have already gotten these items and some people have never heard of them. And I know I've run across more things that have lying around that I forgot I had, and I can talk about those as well. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to everybody. And for all the social society crew people, I plan to see you guys tomorrow night. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And good night to everybody. Take care.